I just saw the strangest thing happen. Thankfully, my husband was driving, so he saw it too. Clear as day. He and I were driving home from the store. We live at a pretty high elevation, and it's been snowing off and on. It's coming down as I'm writing this, but it was only sprinkling lightly while we were driving home. Some accumulation on the grass, things like that. There's a small gravel road behind the grocery store that wraps around to the main street. I was sitting in the passenger seat. We're both looking straight out the window. The winds had been consistently moving the small flakes around, but in front of us, it looks like a focused breeze is swirling a pile of snow. It begins to gather and take the shape of a person walking towards the car. I quietly stared at it in complete disbelief. I thought my eyes had possibly deceived me by mixing the snow on the windshield with the background. But then my husband points to exactly where I'm staring and says, "What's going on over there?" We're about 20 yards away and already driving extra slow. I hate using this as a reference, but I literally can't think of another way to describe what we were watching, other than it looked like when Thanos does that snap thing and turns everyone to dust. It was like that, but reversed, and pure white snow. It was a fully formed, thin, human-shaped figure by the time we approached it. Then, all the snow separated again and fell straight down just before it reached my passenger window. We were both dumbstruck. My husband never lost pace with the 10 miles per hour speed limit on the road. A little further down, we saw another person forming. This one was walking at an angle in a different direction, further down the road. We watched again as gusts of wind blew the snowflakes around to create another human shape, but unique to the first one we saw. This one was taller, had broad shoulders. Then, like the first one, after a few seconds of exiting, becoming whole and walking a short distance, the wind scattered the flakes around, back to the grass. We didn't feel threatened or any impending doom. Uneasy, yes, and maybe if more started collecting around us, my account would be different, but mostly I was like, what the hell is happening over here? I'm a bit angry I had to witness something my mind couldn't process. Does snow stick to ghosts? Could this be paranormal? Because me and my husband, both hands down without a doubt, saw two different figures form and disappear in the snow. I can't wait for summer. I had a serious car accident in Dallas, struck from behind on the I-635 North and the I-35 West split. The car in front of me came to a dead stop, while the traffic was 8 lanes full of cars doing 75 miles an hour. 4 lanes split off to the left, 4 lanes to the right. I was in the left lane of the one splitting to the right, and obviously the car in front of me had veered and the driver decided to stop, back up, and go left instead of right. Slammed on my brakes, and I swerved to the left to the guardrail. That ends there. I think in that moment I'm going to die. I breathe a sense of relief when the car stopped, before going over the ledge and without hitting the stupid car in front of me, which had since moved on. The next thing, I was waking up from unconsciousness, and my entire car was destroyed. My head was turning, looking straight up at the roof, which was crinkled. I thought, oh my God, I've damaged my mother's car, as if I were a teenager, and passed out. It was not my mother's car. I was over 30, on my way to work in North Dallas. My mother works in Arlington. I woke up repeatedly, seeing the same crinkled roof above me and screaming crazy things like, "Where's Nicole? Where's my baby girl?" One time I woke up and a woman had gotten into my car. She was sitting in the passenger seat, and she held my hand. She soothingly told me that everything would be all right. I felt such warmth from her. I passed out, and I woke up and I saw her, felt her, holding my hand a few times. I remember her so vividly. So finally, one time when I woke up, I was in an ambulance. It had 2 beds. I asked the man in the bed across from me what happened. He said that he was behind me in an old Dodge Ram van, and after I swerved, he saw the stopped car and swerved too, but he didn't brake fast enough, and he had hit me and crushed my car. He was shocked, he said. "I can't believe you're alive." I asked, "Where's that lady? I really want to thank her." He replied, "What lady?" "The one who got into my car and sat with me. She held my hand, told me everything was okay, told me my daughter, Nicole, was not with me, that she was at school. She said Nicole's name. She said," he interrupted, "Lady, nobody got in your car. Believe me, I was shocked when they pulled you out." When I went to see my car at the tow service yard that had removed it, it had been squished like a ball of aluminum between the van and the curved guardrail. It was an Acura, and the only place that was not squished up was where I was sitting. There was no passenger seat. It looked like somebody had cupped a huge hand over me and protected me. I don't know if she was a ghost, an angel, or my imagination, but she felt and sounded real and acted and made me feel like she knew me. I'm grateful.